This afternoon we are joined in studio by Roland Boucher as well as Robert van der Feest to tell us a bit more about the Drug-Free Youth Music Project. And so on today's show, it's all about empowering the youth and ensuring that they live a life that is meaningful. So good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. And you've come today to tell us a bit more about the Drug-Free Youth Music Project. So let's start right at the beginning. What is this particular project about and why was it initially founded?
It's basically founded by me, Roland, because I'm a musician. I was graduated from Paris Music School years ago. And then I got as well into, unfortunately, drugs, and especially addicted to prescription drugs, depressant, anti-anxiety, all kind of things like that. And I came here, saw beautiful musicians, very talented South African musicians. I said there is something to do. And then I like using my music skills for charity. So I looked for several charities, and suddenly I came across Robert, who actually inform people, students, about drugs. And I know his data because we have the same background. I didn't know him before. We have the same background from Narconon. Because I was actually given a clean slate as a former drug addict by Narconon. I had lost my sight, I recovered my sight, I had to quit school, I went back to study thanks to Narconon. And we know Narconon knows actual real natural data you can use to help people, prevention-wise and healing-wise, you say? Healing-wise in English. And so basically I found this musician in Cape Town and me, and we started to launch that project to make this data known to people, and especially youngsters, through the airwaves. I think music is an easy way to approach the thing. That's why we are making tracks. The first one is done. It's on the website DrugFreeYouthMusicProject.org. You can note the data, the track for free. And it's very, very unique data, that it's informative data that youngsters can know. It's meant to enable them to make informed decisions, and that's all.
I was at a sort of like a rave kind of thing.
Yes.
And I saw these two young guys like on their knees in ecstasy. They'd just taken an ecstasy pill, and they were thinking to themselves how wonderful this is, and this is it. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, they are just, I know where this goes, because that's exactly the route I went. So I decided that I have to go and speak to kids, because I've been on drugs, I've been off drugs, I've fought for many, many years, and not necessarily kids, but people and students. Like, why are drugs not the solution? A lot of people say, don't take drugs, they're bad for you, but exactly why? And that's what we do at schools, we explain why. So the whole perception of drugs has changed, and it's actually not true. Dacha isn't a harmless, beneficial herb. Like any medicine, if you want to call it, it has side effects, and unfortunately the side effects are mental and, you know, besides physical.
Absolutely. And so how successful has your talks been in the lives of children and other people that you've spoken to?
Those who indicated beforehand that they've been interested in trying drugs, the vast majority of them changed their mind.
Wow.
Because, you know, they're subjected to all this positive influence, and then they find out, oh, hang on, that's not actually true. You know, drugs, Dacha isn't good for you.
All right, now tell me a bit about the tracks that you mentioned that are being recorded, and you get some data with it. Now tell me a bit about the tracks, and then tell me a bit about the data that you receive, and how, you know, did you come up with the concept of getting a song and then getting some data?
Yeah, sure. I think drugs, yeah, as Robert say, there's loads of false information about them, loads. Most of them are false information, and it becomes, I think, a serious matter for kids. I don't want to hear about that, things like that. And I think music, all the kids, youngsters, listen to music, you see. So we are making that first work with the hip-hop, with some very nice lyrics by a guy who lives in South Africa, speaks English and French, and then I think it's a way to listen to music and to get introduced to that thing, very enough. So when they go to our website, DrugFreeYouthMusicProject.org, they can listen to the music, download it for free.
Wow, awesome.
And as well, it's a package, so they get the track, and they get full information. So I've gathered on the internet loads of true and efficient information, not something that doesn't work. Because, for example, I don't want to be cynical, but you have certain centers that if I'm addicted to something, they're going to take me, and to get rid of my addiction, they're going to give me more more addicting things like pills or methadone or things like that,
Yes.
and you get addicted to something else. That's ridiculous. So I've gathered through internet loads of data about drugs which are true and efficient in a whole package. So you've got all information about short-term and long-term effect of all the drugs. Exactly what's on the thing, like Daha, like ecstasy, speed, but everything is on it. What parents can do when they get to know that their children have problem with that. Natural rehab centers, address, contacts. So it's all package. We got music tracks, so it's nice to enjoy. At the same time, you download all this information for free. Everything is free.
Reverse these verses, reversing the curve. Substantification. Yeah. I burst these verses, reversing the curve. Substantification. Yeah. I burst these verses, reversing the curse. Good went bad, bad became worse. Round the next corner, blood means the worst. But now we got a text to straighten all the curves. They heat you from the roots, victimize the keys, taking all the loot. It looks like they bleed. I know you know the truth.